Our adventures aren't complete without the help of CONQUEROR Off-Road, G-Works trays and canopies, and all 4x4 spares.
Well, this episode we're back on the beach, east coast of New South Wales, and we're exploring the Crowdy Bay National Park area. This is a place we hold dear to our hearts. We come here a lot. It's one I've been really wanting to cover for quite some time, so let's get into it.
Heading to a beachside camp on this hot 33-degree October day was just what we needed. So we're off to Kylie's Beach Campground, part of the Crowdy Bay National Park. Located on the mid-north coast of New South Wales, Kylie's Beach is about a 10-minute dirt road from the nearest town of Laurelton. Within the national park, you've got a few beachside campgrounds to choose from. The most popular being Diamond Head Campground, which you really need to book ahead for this one, or the more secluded Kylie's Beach, Indian Head, and further south, Crowdy Gap. We particularly like Kylie's Beach Campground because of how laid back it is. There are no allocated sites. You just book online, roll in and pick your spot. There's toilets and cold showers on site, and it's a short walk through to the beach. And yep, campfires are allowed here. They have fire pits available and firewood for sale. Oh boy, it's a hot one. We've just set up and we're all sweaty, so we're gonna go hit the beach.
Right, beach, do it. It's got a new toy, we've got some little like auto deflators. We had to do a demonstration down at Melbourne at the 4x4 show, and we need to sort of deflate the tyres while still talking to the crowd. They've been around for a long time. I've just never been a huge fan because they weren't that accurate, but they did seem to work well for 4 days in a row, so we're gonna start using them. So just saves being bent down for too long, especially when you get to be over 40 like myself. You just put them on, walk away, and pretty much by the time you get back to the first tyre, the tyres are generally between 12 and 18. I'm set at 15.
And typical of the beach, when we got down there, it was windy, about 10 degrees cooler, and we just weren't really keen for a swim. But we enjoyed the afternoon finding pippies and having a crack at beach fishing.
It's like the best bait you can get.
Okay, well, I keep searching.
Righto.
How did I pick up a crab? I don't like crabs.
Risky. The knife's nice and clean.
Love the sea, don't you? It was a typical morning waking up at camp, having our morning cuppa, having a bit of brekkie, and the kids gradually making their way out of bed.
Going for a ride, mate?
Maybe.
And then this.
We're moving camp. We've done this before. So when we got here, it was really busy, and it does get busy here. Everyone's sort of cleared out, so we've just got a nice little spot facing the bush over there. And you come camping to, I don't know, camp in the bush. It's just a nicer spot, so we're going to move. Sorry, family. We really like a good camp spot.
Oh, I'm happy here. But no, we've got to get the mint spot, don't we? Here we go again.
I think it's worth it if you're there for a few days. Like, that's 15 minutes. You don't have to fully pack the van up. We really enjoy people's company when we're coming away, and we just did a Cape York trip, and one of the best things about it was the people and the camaraderie. But you don't want to feel like you're camping in a fishbowl either, so we were a bit where we were. So we moved to a quieter spot, and it's a really good little spot. We've been here before. So yeah, it's just worth the effort, I think. We've got another 3 nights here yet, so might as well have the spot you want and enjoy it.
Well, the weather's turned a bit shitty. It's cold, windy, definitely not beach weather, and we're hoping the sun will come out this afternoon to get down back onto the beach, have a swim. But for now, we thought we would just spend the day heading down to Crowdy Bay, which is on the southern end of the national park. Adam and I actually got married down this way, which is a fun fact. Yeah, so we thought we'd come down and just have lunch down here. You definitely don't need to go all the way back out to the highway to access Crowdy Bay. There's a track that leads down.
Yeah, and if it's low tide, you can actually come all the way back along the beach, but it's just another close place to explore from Kylie's Campground in the Crowdy Bay National Park area.
Yeah.
On the way down to Crowdy Head, we couldn't help but poke our nose down a few tracks and explore some of the places we hadn't been before. We certainly got rewarded with some amazing landscapes.
Through here.
So that's Crowdy Gap Campground. I did actually look to book here before we booked Kylie's. Kylies is probably, I think, a nicer campground. The beauty of that place is there is only 6 sites, and it's quite a large grassy area. So yeah, if you could get a spot there, it is reasonably private. There's a walk down to the beach, and then it's a short drive into town, which I suppose is a bonus as well. I think we're going to find a pub for lunch. Everyone knows I love a good pub for lunch, so yeah, that'd probably be a bonus to being at Crowdy, and there's a couple of other beaches to explore that are close. But in general, the whole area, Kylies, Diamond Head, Crowdy, yeah, they're all nice and close.
Yeah.
Righto, so we made it down to Crowdy Head. So this is obviously the southern end of
the beach we're staying on at Kylie's Campground, so that forms Crowdy Bay. Really unique thing down here at this end of the beach is every year they run an event called Rattle Trap, where they run really old school rat rod style hot rods up and down the beach in a bit of a gentleman's racing thing. We've been to that event 2 years in a row now. We actually know people that run a car in the event. Very, very cool sort of rockabilly vibe. Great bands back at the caravan park, and the place is absolutely packed and it's buzzing, and very unique event that we knew nothing about 2 or 3 years ago, and we don't live too far from this area, so it's funny what's in your backyard sometimes. Anyway, I think it's time to go back down towards Harrington. So from Crowdy you head back towards the highway a little, you hit Harrington and there's a pretty cool little pub option there. We'll go and give that a run while the weather's a bit sus still. With lunch done, we tried our luck with a bit of fishing along the break wall before heading back to camp. So every episode I try and talk about any new gear we're using, and one of those, or a couple of those things, we now have a bull bar on the 79 series. Originally I didn't fit one to the car because I didn't think it really needed it. We are doing longer and longer trips now, and an animal strike I feel was just imminent, so that's why I've gone for the full hoop bar. The other thing we've done, which is probably more important, is we've added a 220 amp alternator supplied through all 4x4 spares. It's an OEX unit. So we've done about 3 trips towing the CONQUEROR camper now. We're consistently charging the van at about 65 to 70 amps and the batteries in the canopy of the ute at 90 to 100 at the same time, which you could never do on the standard 130 to 150 alternator. I'm not sure what they've got. I think it's 130 to be honest. So this uprates that to 220 amp. I really think now in a day and age where everyone's got big lithium battery banks and massive DC chargers up to 100 amp, an upgraded alternator is probably honestly one of the better modifications you can do, and to be honest, one of the cheaper ones. It was about $700. I did fit it myself. I'll put a link in the top of the screen here. We did a full episode on the bull bar and the alternator and how that fitted up in STS Garage on our other build channel. To be honest, it was one of the easier things I've done to the car. They are renowned for being in a difficult spot on the VDJ 79s. I didn't find it too bad, although I did have a hoist. Anyway, that's a couple of new additions we've got. It's working really well. We'll continue to test that. It's an OEX unit. It's not hugely expensive. You can definitely get more expensive units. But yeah, so far it's doing the job. And it keeps those batteries topped up so you can use your induction cooker, even your aircon overnight if you're doing some, long days on the road and stopping each day. You get that power back into those massive lithium battery banks that these campers have these days. So that's the new gear for this trip.
Well, for dinner tonight, we're having a good old classic barbecue favourite, and that is chicken kebabs. So we've got some fresh chicken breasts cut up here. We've got some bacon, red onion, fresh pineapple, and we have some capsicum. We're also going to marinate it in this smoky barbecue marinade, which is my favourite with this. So let's get into them. Kebab sticks are so easy to make, but they're just a little bit time consuming as you've got to cut all your ingredients up and then start threading them on one by one. Hot tip here would be to cut everything up before you head off camping. So when it's happy hour, grab a drink, sit down and start constructing. And the best thing about these is you can pretty much add whatever you like. Cherry tomatoes, mushrooms, even halloumi would be awesome. And finally, pour over your marinade of choice. I love the Master Foods Smoky Barbecue for chicken, and then whack them on the barbie.
They're good. They are good, aren't they? Well, if you eat them like with all the capsicum, the pineapple, and what else do we have? And bacon. It's kind of like a meal all in one, isn't it? Oh, and onion. But you only had chicken and bacon. So you don't really need a salad. That's what we're going with tonight. Good ups?
It's taking forever to eat.
Thanks, Mark.
High five. Well, it's another pretty overcast day, which wasn't expected this morning, and it pretty much drizzled all night. We're going to go and do a headland walk today. We're just waiting to see what the weather's doing. So I thought in the meantime, I had a bit of a fancy breakfast planned for this trip. Never done a breakfast edition of my cooking segment before, so I thought I would do one of Adam's favourites when we go out for breakfast is Shakshuka or Shakshuka. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's a Middle Eastern inspired breakfast. It's a tomato base, sort of like a saucy stew sort of thing, and then you crack eggs into it, and then feta on top with some, I'm going to put rocket on it. So a few little Megan additions today. We're also going to make, put some chorizo in it. So we're going to fry that off in a pan first. So it's usually, I think it's usually like a vegetarian dish, but of course, us being us, we're going to put some meat in it. But yeah, just a few little additions that I'm going to do that I think will make it. First thing I'm going to do, I've got 2 chorizos or kranskis, I think they might even be. I just had them in the freezer and I thought I'm going to use these up. I'm going to fry them off and make them go crispy in the pan, and then we're going to use that pan for the entire dish. So I'm sounding like I know what I'm doing here, but this is the first time I've actually made this. I've never made it before, but it's always a dish that Adam gets when we go out, and I always look at it and go, gosh, that smells good, looks so yum. So I always thought I'm going to make it camping. So here we go. Kids are definitely not going to eat this. They'll probably just have toast today. Or they might surprise me and give it a whirl. The beauty of a bloody good induction is it doesn't take very long to heat up, and it doesn't take very long to crisp things as well, which is what we want with these. I want this to go crispy. In the meantime, I'm going to chop up an onion. Not that one.
Not that one. What's dead?
I only got half an onion and it's a red one, which is fine.
Are you going to try some of this?
I can't cut onions to save my life.
It's all tasty though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go in here. It's a bit risky.
Alright, we're going to pop that in.
Yep.
You reckon that's crisped up enough?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, it's already.
Chuck it all in. Garlic.
Garlic.
I always use fresh garlic. It just is a better flavour. I used to use crushed garlic, especially when we were camping, because it's easier. But it doesn't take that much more time to cut up, and it just so much nicer. So cumin and just ground paprika, about a teaspoon of each, just goes in. And I think from memory, when cooking curries and stuff, you put the spices in at this point when you're just sauteing everything, because it cooks the spice before you then put the sauces in.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go with that. Right, so about a teaspoon of that. Paprika.
Oh my lord.
Smells pretty good.
It does smell good.
Oh. So the sauce that I'm using, it says just to use a passata. So I just went for a middle range one. So we pop all of that in. It says to put in 700 mils, but this is about 500 mils. Probably, yeah, it needs to just be on a low heat.
Nice slow simmer now, yeah.
Forgot the capsicum.
Bye-bye.
Adam's throwing me off. You meant to put a bell pepper in it. So let's just quickly slice that up and throw it in. I reckon you could probably also put cherry tomatoes in this. I think that would be a nice addition as well. Capsicum in. Give that a mix. Is the sun coming out? This smells so good. Like it's, yeah, very tomatoey. You can smell those spices. The chorizo in there as well. I think the chorizo was a winner there, but we'll soon see. So you're supposed to have like a toasted baguette or Turkish bread with this at the end. I bought these Turkish rolls, which we're going to cut in half. They're really delicious. I'm going to pop them in the sandwich press to toast them off. We're ready for the eggs now. It says to make 4 wells and then crack the eggs into the sauce, into the holes. We'll give this a whirl. Made my wells. Pray for no shell. All right, we're going to have a look at these now. It's been probably about 6 or 7 minutes. Oh yeah. Oh, the smell. It's so good. If you like Middle Eastern inspired dishes, this one is probably going to be a winner. Actually lifting pretty good. Like, I thought it would be a lot more soupy, so that's good. Our little Turkish breads were completely flattened in the sandwich press, but that's all right. Cut these up. On an angle, of course, because it's fancy. And there we have it. Shakshuka, camping style. Oh my God. That is so good.
This is breakfast and lunch, isn't it?
Does it live up to your shakshuka that you've had at fancy restaurants?
Oh, good.
Yeah?
That is really good. Yeah.
Look at us go. Fancy ass breakfasts.
It's not fancy that you put arse in the word.
Ready?
Cheers.
Yum. Good.
Okay, another new piece of gear I've had for probably over a month now, and I just haven't gotten around to actually testing it and using it, is a clip-on battery. This is from Peakdo. It's about $130 from memory, and it supposedly gives you 4 hours runtime on your Starlink Mini. Now I really want to try this. I'll get it charged up and we'll give it a trial in this video, because we obviously do the Starlink quick fit mini mount, and the whole point of our system is to be able to toollessly and quickly remove your Starlink Mini from your roof rack, and this little product here will go really nicely with it. So if we're parked under trees, or you want to unclip it and take it with you on a walk for a bit of safety, chuck it in your boat for a bit of safety, this will give you run time without having a permanent power source in whatever that other vehicle may be. So we'll charge him up and clip it onto the Starlink Mini and see how it goes. So we've got the battery. We've had it on charge for about an hour. It's charged up to about 60% from 40%, so keep that in mind. That's a pretty slow charge rate. It is just plugged into a USB output, so I'm sure there's faster ways to charge it, but it really doesn't matter. You could leave it on charge there for a fair while, and how's that clip in there? I haven't done any research into this whatsoever. Oh yeah, so that just clips in. Okay, so we've got the power bank all plugged into the back of the Starlink Mini. Now, I jumped online, it says it's IPX4 water rating, which basically means it's splash proof. So leaving it out in the full-on rain is probably a no-no. It'll be one of those things where they're covering their butts a bit. I'd say it is pretty well sealed. But yeah, potentially leaving it out in the pissing down rain is maybe not a good idea. There's an online app you can get for your phone, so you can control this and turn it on and off via your phone. You can also use this as a power bank to charge your phone. It plugged in, it fired up automatically. The Starlink turned on. That's as simple as I need it. As long as it powers the Starlink, I can charge it while I'm driving along in the car. It's just a really good backup for us that I really should have had when we did that trip to Cape York, because there was quite a few times we were parked under the trees where it really would have been nice to make a phone call. So yeah, just a nice little addition to our Starlink Mini mount bracket. The whole point of our bracket was to be able to take the dish on and off really quickly and toollessly, and this is a very good reason why. So you can just walk away from camp, make your phone call, put it back on. And yeah, I like that one. That's a winner.
All right, we're going on a hike. Forget what it's called, but we'll go and find out. I think it's the Diamond Head Loop Walk from memory.
And we get to go past Kylie's hut.
Yeah.
Which is what this campground's named after.
Yes. Which burnt down many years ago.
But it's back.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Sitting between Kylies and Indian Head Campground is Kylie's hut, built in the 1960s for Australian author Kylie Tennant. This tiny timber cabin was her peaceful coastal hideaway. Sadly, the original hut was burnt down in the 2019 bushfires and it's since been rebuilt.
Did you know you can actually get, somebody can lock you in here?
Really? Maybe I'll lock you in here.
So it's only 3.5 loop harps, 3.5
Yeah,
Ks.
it's going to be 7.
Are you upset that it's not longer?
No, I'm happy.
Yeah, so it's only 3.5 Ks to do this loop. And around. So we might go that way and get the nicer walk on the way back. How's that? Ready?
Sounds good.
Ah!
Woo! Sun's coming out.
It's hot.
She's warming up. Well, this walk's certainly quite easy. It's quite a wide gravel pathway all the way from Kylie's campground. It does have a bit of incline here and there, so you do get your heart rate up, that's for sure. And it is all fairly open like this, so make sure, you know, be sun safe. And it's getting quite warm now, so yeah, beautiful walk, heaps of beautiful scenery, wildflowers everywhere at the moment. It's really nice.
Diamond Head Beach down there, and you keep going up the beach, and that goes to just the southern side of what they call Dunbogan. So we will take a drive over to Diamond Head Beach probably later this afternoon or tomorrow, get down on the beach. The beauty of this is, obviously, because this is a headland, depending on which way the wind's blowing, you'll get Kylie's Beach that'll be either nice or blown out, and vice versa over this side. Diamond Head itself as a campground is probably the most popular one, but very hard to get into in peak times.
This walk certainly got steep towards the end, getting up to the headland there, but holy moly, you come down on the other side and the views are absolutely incredible. A bit more challenging than I probably first said at the beginning. The pathway is easy, but it is very steep, quite gravelly, so yeah, but definitely a walk worth doing. Whew, walk's done.
We're going to duck down onto Kylie's Beach. We think the wind will be favourable on this side, but it's certainly hot enough. So.
Yes, sun's out, blue sky, let's go.
Got some unbogged up here, and it is soft, but no, I haven't really had any dramas.
It's good to see a few other guys stopping to help, and we got them out of this situation pretty easily with just dropping the tyre pressures and some max tracks.
We woke up to yet another dreary looking morning with a bit of cloud hanging around. We had another delicious breakfast and then thought, you know what, let's just make the most of today. Let's pack the car and head over to Diamond Head. Diamond Head's only about a 5-minute drive away from Kylies, and it's a bit of a camping hotspot in the local area. Unlike Kylies, Diamond Head has allocated sites, and you do need to book early, especially during those peak times because it gets extremely busy. The beauty about this place is that it's only a short walk down to the beach, and I'm talking only about 100 metres from the campground. And the beach is fairly well protected, which is great for young kids, people learning to surf, stand-up paddle boards, and there's also some rock pools to explore. And there is four-wheel drive beach access, but today we didn't quite nail the tides.
Yeah, right. So we did notice the swell was up fairly well yesterday afternoon, and you could hear the swell last night, not the wind, but you could hear the waves, and there is literally no beach. This is about as bad as you could get Diamond Head on this side, actually. So we're lucky we're probably over on the Kylie side. I'm surprised there's people parked on the beach up here, because there's literally 2 metres. Usually this is quite a deep, long beach to drive on. And so the whole point of this episode was to show you how beautiful the Crowdy Bay area is, and we've nailed that because the Diamond Head end is shocking. If we had stayed at Diamond Head, we would have been bitterly disappointed. That is the beauty of this, situation where you've got a headland dividing a beach that basically nearly faces north and one that nearly faces south. This is the beach I go to surf at because I can't surf. It's got usually nice calm little waves, and that's just wild out there.
I've never seen it like this before, ever.
No. Jeez. With Diamond Head Beach completely washed out, we headed back down Diamond Head Road to go and find some tracks to explore. We were certainly rewarded with Sandy Point Trail with a cracking little fishing spot at the end.
Oh my god, that's huge.
Fish on, she says. Abby, you should hold it. Stop, I won't touch you with it. Don't be scared. It's a fish.
Are we keeping?
Well, I'd rather not keep one.
No, I want to fish again. Everybody fish! Fish on!
After our Cape York trip, that's a bit triggering.
Oh, I don't think you've got Harper covered.
Oh.
It's alright though.
At least
You!
Oh, little thing. No, I think that's illegal.
You! Just a little
Just
under.
under, just.
Oh, that's a bit cute.
Prefer to eat steak. Get a photo, yeah! Hang on, hold him out like that.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, awesome. Your hand looks huge.
Get your home. I still believe fishing is like playing the poker machines. The only people you hear that tell you they win on poker machines are the people that put thousands of dollars in and put heaps of time into it. And fishing is much the same. Bye.
another amazing getaway to the Crowdy Bay National Park, and we're about to have dinner on the beach tonight just to top off an amazing weekend. Anyway, don't forget, you only live once. Get out there and enjoy it. Cheers, guys.